let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Just in case you were wondering, I cannot sing and I promise not to do that again. Anyway, in case you were wondering why I was doing that little ditty, I am doing a spoiler-free book review for you guys on Flame in the Mist by Renée Ahdieh, and this is a retelling of Mulan. I loved that movie, and this book is just so good! Flame in the Mist is a retelling of Mulan that takes place in feudal Japan. It is the story of Mariko, a 17-year-old girl who is the daughter of a prevalent man in society, and she is being forced to marry, which isn't really that confusing considering it's feudal Japan, and women are only good for one thing, and that is marriage and making alliances through marriage. Well, Mariko wants more than that. She is so smart, and she is an inventor, and she really wants to do more with her life than marry well and marry someone she doesn't care about. When Mariko starts her journey to go and meet her betrothed, she travels through this dark forest and her convoy is attacked and everybody else is killed but her. She is the lone survivor and she stumbles away through the woods trying to stay alive. Now she knows that the group that attacked her is the Black Clan, a notorious group of bandits willing to do anything for the right amount of coin. Well, furious that everybody who was with her was murdered, she decides that she is going to infiltrate the Black Clan to find out who wanted her dead and to seek her revenge. Well, as you can imagine, she cuts her hair off and she dresses up as a boy to do it. And it's so interesting watching her or reading about her trying to fit in as a little boy and it's not really working. She really struggles with getting the right image across. Now, part of the thing about these woods is they are mystical, and if you do the wrong thing in these woods, you will die. Not only are the trees themselves deadly, but there are creatures in the woods that will kill you in a heartbeat. I was really impressed by the world building that Renée Ahdieh had. I mean, everything was so vivid and rich, and I mean, I could see the world out of the corners of my eyes as I was reading the book, which is really, really amazing. So 5 stars for that alone, but to be honest, I only gave this book 4 stars, just because it was slow to start. So now that I've told you my rating, let's go a little bit further into the book. One of the things that I really did love about this book is the feminism that was woven throughout it. I mean, it was a very interesting and endearing way of bringing forth those feministic ideals without really shoving it down someone's throat, I mean, or getting on a soapbox. Now, that's not to say that characters can't have their soapbox moments about their ideals. I mean, it can be a very powerful tool when you're storytelling, but when you're touching on such a hot topic like feminism and you want to tell a good story, use this as a guide because Renée Ahdieh did a great job. I was very impressed with it. I mean, it took on the idea that women can be more than what society tells them they can be, and I loved that about this story. And I mean, I love that about Mulan, so just in general. Mariko's brother Kenshin is kind of a jerk, and I mean, he really is both an adversary and an ally for Mariko in her journey just because he is trying to find her, and it puts her in danger when they encounter each other. So that it was kind of just an interesting duality in his character, that he is very firm in his belief but he will do anything for his sister. Okami, the second of the Black Clan, just kind of came out of nowhere for me. I wasn't expecting him to be the main character, like one of the main characters or with the love interest. I was actually thinking it was going to be Ranmaru. I think that's how you say his name. Ranmaru? Yeah. Ranmaru, the leader of the Black Clan. I totally thought that he was going to be the love interest, but I was really, really excited that he wasn't, and he was just kind of an asshole. Sorry. A jerk throughout the whole story. But Okami, really, the way that his story unfolded was something that just drew my heart into the story. I became invested in his background and learning about his childhood and everything that he went through and his refusal to allow people to be beaten down by this horrible crown or this horrible royal family. And I thought it was great. Just his, wow, I'm like really like neon all of a sudden. The sun has come out, apparently. One thing about this novel, and it's not really a spoiler, but it's kind of a forewarning, it ends on a character-driven bombshell. So this is the first book in a series, and I was so mad when I got to the end. I was actually at the Halloween in Summer Festival in Magna, Utah, which they do every year in July, which is great. It's so much fun. I recommend checking it out if you're local for here. But I was sitting in my friend's booth, and I remember when I finished the last page, I actually just looked up at my best friend, and I screamed and stomped my feet like a toddler. Just like so mad that I was at the end of the book, because I had no idea that it was part of a series right until the last page. And I mean, you'd think as you get closer to the end of the book and not everything is being resolved that you would know that, but I didn't. I just kept reading and I was mad. So I remember screaming and looking at Teresa, and Teresa just kind of looked at me and did this eyebrow thing that she does and just says, "Good book?" And I growled at her. And she just kind of laughed and said, "I want it next." So yeah. I loved it. It was so fun. And I mean, it's definitely one of those books that you have to sit down and really put some effort into getting started, just because it is slower to start, which is why I did give it 4 out of 5 stars. But the story itself is so fun, and I mean, you learn so much about her and her desire to be more than what her gender says she can be in the time frame, and it's such a fun book. I recommend picking it up as soon as possible. And if you are participating in the biannual Bibliothon, this is the group book, so yes, I loved it, recommend it, you should pick it up because it's that good. So that is actually it for this book review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any comments, please put them down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe for more bookish videos, and I hope to see you guys soon.